Once upon a time, in a quaint village by the sea, there stood a tall, sturdy lighthouse that had guided ships safely to shore for as long as anyone could remember. Perched high on a rocky cliff, the lighthouse was a beacon of hope, its light cutting through the darkest nights and fiercest storms. The village's lifeline, it was tended by a kind and wise old man named Keeper Finn. Keeper Finn had lived in the lighthouse for most of his life. With a snow-white beard and twinkling blue eyes that seemed to hold the secrets of the sea, he was beloved by the villagers and seafarers alike. His companion was a clever seagull named Gulliver, who had an uncanny ability to sense trouble on the horizon. One crisp autumn morning, as the sun rose over the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold, Keeper Finn climbed the spiral staircase to the top of the lighthouse. He opened the windows, letting in the fresh sea breeze, and began his daily routine of checking the light and cleaning the lenses. Gulliver perched on the windowsill, watching him with keen interest. "Good morning, Gulliver," Finn said with a smile. "Another beautiful day, isn't it?" Gulliver squawked in agreement, flapping his wings. As Finn polished the lenses, he noticed something peculiar on the horizon. A thick fog was rolling in, faster than usual. It was odd for such a dense fog to appear on a clear day. Finn's heart quickened. He knew that the fog could be dangerous for ships out at sea. "We must be vigilant today, my friend," Finn said to Gulliver. "This fog is not to be taken lightly." Gulliver flew out of the window, circling the lighthouse before heading out over the sea to investigate. Finn watched him go, hoping his feathered friend would return with good news. Down in the village, children played by the shore, their laughter mingling with the sound of the waves. Among them was young Lily, a spirited girl with bright red hair and a curiosity that knew no bounds. She often visited Keeper Finn, fascinated by his stories of the sea and the lighthouse. As the morning wore on, the fog grew thicker, creeping closer to the village. Fishermen hurried to secure their boats, and the villagers lit lanterns to ward off the encroaching gloom. Finn stood at the top of the lighthouse, his eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of trouble. Suddenly, Gulliver returned, squawking urgently. He landed on Finn's shoulder and tugged at his sleeve with his beak. "What is it, Gulliver?" Finn asked, concern etched on his face. Gulliver flew to the window, pointing with his beak towards the sea. Squinting through the fog, Finn saw the faint outline of a ship struggling to navigate the treacherous waters. His heart leapt into action. "We must help them," Finn exclaimed. He quickly turned the lighthouse's powerful light towards the struggling ship, guiding it towards safer waters. The villagers, seeing the light beam, gathered by the shore, ready to assist if needed. Lily, sensing something important was happening, ran up the hill to the lighthouse. "Keeper Finn, what's going on?" she asked breathlessly. "A ship is in trouble, Lily," Finn replied. "We need to guide them safely to shore." Lily's eyes widened with determination. "What can I do to help?" Finn smiled at her bravery. "Run to the village and tell everyone to prepare for a possible rescue. We may need all the help we can get." Lily nodded and dashed back down the hill, her red hair flying behind her. She relayed Finn's message to the villagers, who sprang into action, gathering ropes, blankets, and medical supplies. Back at the lighthouse, Finn kept the beam steady, his hands firm on the controls. The ship, now visible through the thinning fog, was a small fishing vessel, its crew waving frantically. With Finn's guidance and the villagers' readiness, the ship slowly made its way towards the shore. As the vessel drew closer, Finn could see the relief on the sailors' faces. The villagers waded into the water, helping to secure the boat and bring the crew to safety. Among the sailors was a young boy, no older than Lily, who clung to his father as they were helped ashore. Thank you," the boy's father said, his voice trembling with gratitude. "We were lost in the fog and thought we'd never make it." "It was Keeper Finn and the lighthouse that saved us," another sailor added, nodding towards the tall figure standing at the top of the cliff. Lily beamed with pride. "Keeper Finn is the best." Finn, watching the scene from above, felt a warm glow of satisfaction. The lighthouse had done its job once again, and the village had come together to save lives. That evening, as the fog lifted and the stars began to twinkle in the sky, the villagers gathered around a bonfire on the beach. The rescued sailors joined them, sharing stories of their harrowing journey and expressing their gratitude. Lily sat by Keeper Finn's side, her eyes shining with admiration. "You were amazing today, Keeper Finn. You saved those people." Finn smiled, his blue eyes twinkling. "We all did, Lily. It was a team effort. The lighthouse may be my responsibility, but it belongs to everyone in the village. Together, we make it a beacon of hope." Gulliver squawked in agreement, perched on Finn's shoulder. The villagers laughed and clapped, celebrating their unity in the lighthouse that watched over them all. As the night wore on, Finn told stories of the sea and the adventures he had experienced as a lighthouse keeper. The children listened with rapt attention, their imaginations running wild with tales of daring rescues and mysterious sea creatures. Lily, nestled close to Finn, felt a deep sense of contentment. She knew that the lighthouse, with its steadfast light and Keeper Finn's wisdom, would always be there to guide and protect them. And so, the village by the sea thrived, its people bound by their love for each other and the lighthouse that stood tall and proud, a symbol of hope and safety. Keeper Finn, with Gulliver by his side, continued to watch over them, ready to face any challenge that came their way. Years passed, and the village grew, but the lighthouse remained a constant, its light shining brightly through every storm and every foggy night. Keeper Finn grew older, and his beard turned even whiter, but his spirit stayed as strong as ever. One day, as he stood at the top of the lighthouse with Gulliver, he noticed Lily, now a young woman, approaching the lighthouse. She had grown up, but her fiery red hair and curious spirit were still the same. "Keeper Finn," she called up to him, "I've come to ask you something important." Finn smiled and waved her up. "Come on up, Lily. What is it you want to ask?" As she climbed the spiral staircase, memories of her childhood visits to the lighthouse flooded back. She reached the top, slightly out of breath but full of excitement. "I've been thinking," she began, "about the future of the lighthouse. You've dedicated your life to keeping it, and I want to help. I want to be the next lighthouse keeper." Finn's eyes sparkled with pride. "Lily, that is a wonderful idea. The lighthouse needs someone with your spirit and dedication. Are you sure you're ready for the responsibility?" Lily nodded firmly. "I've learned so much from you, and I want to continue your work. The village needs the lighthouse, and I want to be the one to keep its light shining." Finn placed a hand on her shoulder. "Then it's settled. You'll start your training with me, and when the time comes, you'll take over as the lighthouse keeper." Lily's heart swelled with happiness. She knew it was a big responsibility, but she was ready to take it on. With Keeper Finn's guidance, she learned everything there was to know about maintaining the lighthouse, navigating the seas, and helping those in need. Gulliver, who had been watching this exchange with keen interest, squawked in approval. He, too, seemed to recognize the significance of this passing of the torch. As the years went by, Lily became an adept lighthouse keeper, her red hair now streaked with the silver of experience. Finn, now quite old, watched with pride as she took on the role with confidence and grace. He knew the lighthouse was in good hands. One stormy night, a fierce tempest raged, and the sea roared with fury. The villagers huddled in their homes, knowing they were safe as long as the lighthouse stood strong. Lily, at the top of the lighthouse, kept the light steady, guiding the ship through the treacherous waters. Finn, though retired, couldn't resist climbing up to join her. "You're doing wonderfully, Lily," he said, his voice filled with pride. Lily smiled at him. "I learned from the best." Together, they watched as the ship safely navigated through the storm, guided by the lighthouse's unwavering light. When the storm finally passed, the villagers celebrated another rescue, grateful for their lighthouse and its dedicated keepers. As the years went on, Lily became a legend in her own right, known as the Keeper of the Light. She continued Finn's legacy, ensuring that the lighthouse remained a symbol of hope and safety for generations to come. And so, the story of the lighthouse keeper's tale was passed down through the village, a testament to the power of dedication, community, and the unwavering light that guided them all. 4-0.